Hey True Believers, England team here with another batch of new comic book reviews. First up, we're going to be talking about The Future State of Gotham, starring the Red Hood, and then we're going to be talking about some Usagi Yojimbo, that's always a good time, and Iron Fist, number 4. Alrighty, so kick back, relax, let's get this party started. Alrighty, so let's start with Future Gotham. Of course, we always talk about the cover. Who is this for? Seriously. Okay, so this is Red Hood. He's one of the peacemakers in the future state Gotham. But seriously, what is the pose? How is the walking stance? It's Red Hood, but that is decidedly a female body, except for lacking breasts, which is what modern day comics are anyways. I don't know. I'm going to call this cover a fail. Other than the title, it has nothing I want to see. I was kind of surprised to find out this was a black and white book. I'm just asking myself why. Like, what is the creative choice? Why narratively does this have to be in black and white? And what does it gain? How does it service the story? And as I'm reading through it, I'm finding out, well, in no way, shape, or form does it. I'm not saying it takes away, but there's no sort of noir feeling to the book. There's nothing major that needs it to be black and white. So it's a very interesting choice to do that. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, though. How is the art? It's okay. How is the story? Completely forgettable. I mean, basically, it's Red Hood kowtowing to the peacemakers, which is out of character. If he's not going to fall to his knees for Batman, why would he do that to any Batman pretender, like Peacekeeper 1 or anyone along the lines of? This, in my opinion, it just is Red Hood right out of character. They could say, oh, well, he wants to fight and he wants to hunt down the Bat family or something like that. But it just doesn't make sense, because in doing so, he's giving himself in service of the Peacekeepers in a way he never did the Bat family. And that's the one main thing against this. He tries to stand up at least for Ravager in one section, because they were talking about how she needs to go down. But even still, it just seems, I don't know, it just seems wrong for this. Maybe, I don't know what character they would use. Spoiler, perhaps. But as far as Red Hood, no, I've got to say, this is just wrong for him. The entire story is wrong for him, and unfortunately the art doesn't make up for it. This was supposed to be, I thought this was kind of cool. Somebody like caused a sinkhole in the shape of a bat. Okay, that was interesting. But even towards the end, he comes up against the last scene is him coming up against the Bat family, and I'm thinking, okay, he's almost the least of them. So any one of them could take him out in a one-on-one if they don't see him coming. I want to say this has possibilities. I love the Red Hood story that was going in Batman Urban Legends or whatever it was called. That was really cool. Unfortunately, I'm going to say this one is a complete miss. I'm sorry to say that. I want all the Bat family titles. I want DC to be good. I love these characters. I've been reading them since I was little. And they're the characters that make me go, oh yeah, I want to check this out. I want to check this out. But as I've said before, and I'll say again right here, right now, whenever you want a character to be in a comic, I will say be careful what you wish for, because you might just get it, and you're going to get it done by modern-day comic book creators. Usagi Yojimbo, number 19. So I guess you could kind of say what's going on in this cover goes on in the book if you kind of close your eyes and actually forget about what goes on in the book. Still, I do like the cover. I like, I dig on Usagi, and usually they're drawn pretty well, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for. This one isn't quite as dynamic. Man, I'm sounding really bad on these covers today. One thing I do like about Stan Sakai, I'm going to mention since the credits are here, is that they like to include a little bit of Japan culture and all that kind of stuff within a book. You don't get a lot of that here. We see Usagi, he's just walking in the rain, and there's all these little, what look like compy, kind of almost like miniature brontosaurus, little dinosaur things. But these guys are collecting them, and he comes upon them and figures, okay, you know what? He's going to help him out. He wants to go see this guy. He's supposed to be another Ronin or something like that, and he's going to go and he's going to check him out. And so he offers to take these gentlemen these lizards, because these guys sell the Ronin all these snakes and lizards and all sorts of stuff. So he says, yeah, this time I want to go do it. I want to see this guy, meet him. And he does so. And he goes there and immediately finds out that this guy, I'm going ahead of what you're seeing on here, and I apologize, but I guess it takes a little less time for me to explain what's going on. He goes to the island the guy's on. He sees a whole bunch of snakes and everything. And there he's like, okay, there's a lot of snakes. I don't know why. He meets this guy, and when he hears his name is Usagi Yojimbo, he goes, oh, wait a second, we've met before. So the story is told about how they met, and I'm thinking, wait a second, did I read this before? I don't know, because I think there was an adventure that happened in another book where we find out that these two had fought each other, and the villain is now feeling embarrassed because of his loss and why he lost to Usagi Yojimbo. And it's actually a pretty good fight. It's a really good, it's a well-told origin story. I'm telling you right now, if you haven't been reading Usagi Yojimbo, do yourself a favor. It is really a good martial arts comic book. I know it stars a rabbit, but you know what? That just doesn't make any difference. This is one of the best books on the comic book shelves right now, and I'm telling you, you would just do yourself a disservice if you never found the world of Usagi Yojimbo. Speaking of karate books, here's Iron Fist, Heart of the Dragon. Love the colors on it. I guess you see the spider dragon above them. I gotta tell you, it's a decent poster cover, but overall, it's still a poster cover, so I don't know if it's dynamic. Man, I'm being rough on the covers today. Seriously, as far as poster covers go, though, this one is not all that bad, to tell you the truth. I kind of dig it. Alrighty, so when we get into the story, it's still pretty good. I've been a fan of the Iron Fist. I've been telling people that this is one of the books they should be reading if they want to read some Marvel. We start off with this young lady. She's been collecting dragon hearts for the main villain, and she tosses the hearts to him and says, whoa, hold on a second. I want revenge on Iron Fist. I trained myself to get revenge on Danny Rand, but by the time I was trained and ready to go, he became Iron Fist, so I need a little extra boost. Can I have some of that dragon heart power? And this little creepy thing says, yes, you can, but no, the price is terrible, or something along those lines there. And there you go. It's written by Larry Hama. Generally does a good job. Art is by Dave Wachter, and I got to tell you, I don't mind. I think it looks pretty good. It's one, like I said before, I think this is one of the better books Marvel is producing, but that's just basically saying that one kind of herpes is just a little bit better than the other kind of herpes. I just compared this comic book to herpes. Okay, no, it is better than actually getting herpes reading this comic. It's actually a lot of fun, gang. We do see Akoa, and she meets up with this dragon. Now, there is one scene where I was like, wait a second. She hugs him, and she's got her eyes shut, and then we find out that the dragon's flying, right? But he goes into a dive, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's not how physics work. If you're hugging a tree and all of a sudden it's traveling 40, 50 miles in the air, you're going to slide off. That's just the way it's going to go, gang. But that's neither here nor there. It's comic book for you. The main thing is the Iron Fist and his crew kind of want to get away, get all the dragons safe while they're fighting the undead. And that's the main thrust of this, is they take a couple of people over to one dimension to take care of one dragon. They find out that while they're gone, the other one's being attacked. So they've spread their forces a little bit thin. And it's got some good action. Although there is one scene, it's right here, where it's like they were in one place and then they teleport and it's not explained what they're doing. So that became a little bit confusing to me. But I think if your mind is a little bit sharper than mine, you're not going to get as confused as I did. Overall, I enjoyed the book. I don't think it's as strong as the other issues, but it's still good, and I still want to find out what happens. Okay, gang, there you go. Those are the reviews. That's what I think of each book, and I do like to kind of put them in order from what I thought was the worst to what I thought was the best. And so far today, I think it's pretty obvious that I really didn't connect with the future state of Gotham. I liked the story while future state was going on. I don't know, it feels kind of cash grabby at this point. It just didn't work for me. Next up, as much as I loved it, as much as I tried selling it, and hopefully you'll go out and buy it, I would have to go with Iron Fist. I think that was a decent story, good story, a little bit less than the first, but seriously, I think Usagi Yojimbo takes the cake. It's a one issue, one story. Most of them are. Occasionally, they'll be going from issue to issue, but this was just, I'm telling you, go out and buy that book. So there you go. Big winner of this particular video would have to be Usagi Yojimbo. So do yourself a favor and check that out. Now, don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, and most important, comment and click like, because interaction shows the algorithm that the channel is being watched, and it certainly will help out. I'm trying to get this thing to 4,000 watch hours. I only need 800 more, so please, by all means, share, share, share. And if you don't mind helping out the channel, going over to Patreon or to Ko-Fi, drop $1 in the till. Got a little tip jar in the Ko-Fi, so it's not any kind of big commitment or anything. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.